Okay. Hi, everybody. So, something happened. We we lost. Oh my goodness. So I've been like recording a bunch of them. Okay, stop. I'm sorry. Okay, there. Okay. Yeah. No, I know. I know. Hello. Hello. Hello to you. Something happened. I've been kind of batch recording so you can have more than one or two of them. Stop. Stop, both of you. Just stop. 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 He's trying to climb up on the right, like by my face, and I'm like, stop it. I love you, but stop it. Okay. I've been batch recording, so you get more than one or two videos, and I I always listen to the recording after I'm done to make sure nothing went badly. And apparently, on my last recording, my mic just dropped out. And it's for a lot of the video. So I don't know. I don't know what happened there, right? So I guess we're gonna load up and show you what changes were made. Now we killed a bunch of our guys. We changed our the way our pipes are laid out for our crops. We made a bunch of these. I sold some of my animals. Well, not a bunch, but I sold quite a few of my animals. And it was going to be a collectathon of stuff that I was collecting, but I really didn't collect much. And reasons I didn't put everything away. And look at this. We're down to 3 because I just keep killing them. I just keep killing them and killing them and killing them. So, I don't know. I don't know what happened, why my mic cut out, why so much of the recording didn't have sound. I could I potentially eat this? You know, why it it just cut out so much of it. I don't know. Cuz there was a lot that didn't have any sound. A lot of it, and I don't understand why my mic cut out like that. Cuz this mic doesn't have a mute function. So I'm not entirely sure what happened. We're gonna try and get to level 3 because that's where they start showing up the mystic ore. Now I'm gonna try and keep an eye on my audio, and if it suddenly, you know, I suddenly leave, that is what happened. I lost my audio. But I'm like, I've not had a problem with my audio, so That's why it's so weird that the audio just cut out. I'm not entirely sure what happened. But I do have to admit that I left off on a kind of like a cliffhanger because I had been, it was almost 2 hours. I was at almost 2 hours. And I was like, oh, no, we gotta go. Right? So I ended, and I left it off on kind of a cliffhanger because I was talking about something that, I don't know, I guess I wanted to talk about, that I wanted to share. And so we will be talking about that now. So, uh, okay. Uh, when I graduated high school, my mom kicked me out. Okay? And I was homeless for almost 10 years, from 1990 to 2000. Now you're going to say, well, that's 10 years. I'm like, yeah. I give some leeway because there were times where we stayed in motels and with people we met, and like I wasn't entirely homeless the whole time. Ugh. So there is that. So that's the thing. We weren't entirely homeless the whole time. So I didn't like count all 10 years. Okay. And so think about all the stuff I missed out on. Uh, those 10 years, right? Like all the movies, all the music, everything I missed out on when I was homeless all that time. So that's a lot. That's a lot I missed out on. A lot of stuff that I didn't know. I'm thinking it really starts to happen at level 3, the Mystic Ore. Of course, this stuff is easy to miss. You don't see it because it blends in with the frickin' grass. But we're gonna try and find some, because that really is the one item I need so much more of, and it's difficult to find. Okay, switch. I don't know. They're all gonna be dead. I don't think it matters. Yeah, look at that. So when I finally got off the streets and I met Mike, Mike had uh, accordion keepers for all of his music because he was very into music. Okay. So he always had lots and lots of music. He always listened to a lot of music, and he is the one that introduced me to a lot of the music that I missed out on during all those years. And he's the one that, you know, introduced me to a lot of bands and music that I didn't even know about because I had missed out on so much of it, right? Can I? I'm gonna get you in just for a swipe, and then we're gonna take you right back out. Unless you do. Okay, I was gonna say unless you die. Then it just doesn't matter, alright? Uh huh. So there was a lot of music and stuff that he showed to me that I missed out on. And, you know, he knew about, like, one of the bands that he introduced me to was Rammstein. And it's just because we were watching, like, Triple X, and he's like, oh, yeah, that band that's playing, that's a real band. Oh, we lost another one. Oh, jeez. Cheese and toast, man. Ooh, cheesy garlic bread. I gotta do something about this. Do we think that these guys can take them? Look at this. Look at this. There's no way there. I'm gonna lose them both. Okay, I can at least grab this, and we can run. So and like he. Ooh, I see that. I missed that. Man, this stuff is so well hidden, and you need so much of it. So he said he didn't really know a whole lot about their music. He had just known that they were, you know, a band, and he showed me. So I'm like, I started listening to more of their music, right? And then I'm like, I shared that music with him, so we both kind of got into it for a while. And I'm like, I did the same thing for him when we were watching Lord of War, and Jared Leto's in that. And I was like, oh yeah, that guy has a band. And I'm like, I told him it's called 30 Second to Mars, and that I hadn't really listened to any of the music. I just knew he was in that band. Okay, and I'm like, it took it a couple of times, like 3 or 4 times, and then he started listening to their music, and he was really excited about that music. He liked that music quite a bit. He liked that band quite a bit. So there's that. And you know, I know that I went through. I listened to a lot of the music, a lot of different music. And I know at one point I it's like I think at some point I had to have heard one of System of a Down's. That's what this is about. I want to talk about System of a Down. Okay. But I'm like, at some point, I had heard one of their songs, and he had the album Toxicity. Oh, so the jelly is worth the most for radishes. Okay, good to know. I need more buddies. What are we? I'm on the second day of wet season? How is that possible? Oh, oh, that's what's happening with that fruit. It's not gonna go anywhere. I ran out of time. Oh, man. Will they just stay there? What's gonna happen? I don't. Us. Okay. Oh, I should have made a super slime out of one of them, anyways. So what's gonna happen to those? Are they just gonna sit there until next season? Are they eventually just gonna go poof? I don't know. That's interesting. Whoops. Okay. No, I want this one. I don't have. For any of them but the torch pepper. Okay, there. Now we're gonna have more buddies both fighting and in barn. Man, that sucks. I lost out on those. But I'm like, I don't know. I don't know how this works. Do I just leave them? They're not nothing's happening to them. They're just hanging out. I don't know what to do about that, honestly. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think that during you know me listening to new bands and music I hadn't been exposed to because I was homeless for so long. Okay. That I must have heard one of System of a Down songs, right? And I must have liked it because, probably Chop Suey. And I had noticed in his accordion book that he had the album Toxicity. So I remember that I'm like, oh, hey, he has the whole album. I'm going to check this out and listen to it and see, maybe I'll like more of their music and, I want to check it out. And so I listened to the whole Toxicity album. And I have to be honest, uh, I just thought they were weird. There were a couple of songs off of that album I liked, but I thought it was just really weird. You know, I thought it was really strange. So I just, moved on with my life. I didn't really think about it that much. And I can't exactly explain why. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Can I want, can I please have the, alright, you keep it then. I'm not gonna try and fight you for the stupid flower. But I think, at some point, I know I started watching reaction channels, people reacting to movies that I've seen and music that I've heard, and I'm not entirely sure, honestly, what it was that drove me to listen to the rest of their music. And I'm like, I heard more of their music on the radio because I don't listen to music a whole lot at home. Really, honestly, I don't. I sometimes I do, but most of the time I don't. I don't really listen to music that much at home. But at work, I listen to music. It helps the time go faster. It makes it better. Oh, that burp, that burp hurt a little bit. Sorry. I was recovering from that burp. I'm sorry. But somewhere at some point, I decided that I wanted to listen to the rest. Alright? And so I started listening to the rest of their albums. I just, I went to YouTube and was like, I want to listen to this whole album. I want to listen to this whole album. And I ended up listening to their whole discography, all of it. And I have to admit, I was blown away. It was so good. And I think that listening to the rest of their music helped me understand their style and appreciate it. Okay, so I went back and I listened to Toxicity again. And I have to admit that I'm a gigantic fan now. I have listened to their discography so many times. Oh no, stop doing that. The Screamberry and the Torch Pepper? Okay. Well, I can only do it to one. There. Make some jam with that. And so I went back and I listened to Toxicity again. And I had a better appreciation for it the second time. And now I have listened to all of their albums several times. They are by far my favorite band, and every time I listen to one of their albums, I just I get into it even more. I I just wonder what would happen if I put green on those. Do you think we could do anything? Well, let's find out because I've got some green. Oops. Okay. Can I do anything? No, it won't let me. Hmm. So are they dead? Did I mess them up, or is something gonna happen when we get back around to the right season? I don't know. Okay, so now I have more buddies both ways. Have I done the? Well, there's one way to find out. I'm like, have I done the mutant seeds for this season? I don't remember, but we can absolutely go and find out, right? We just come here and see what seeds they have. So, torch pepper, red berry, screamberry, raspberry, screamberry, crabapple. So I've got some of them. Screamberry, raspberry, screamberry, torch pepper. Oh, I have all of these then. Oh wait, do I have this one? Torch pepper, ras. Okay, I don't think I had that one, but I don't know. I mean, you have four. You should get more than that. I don't, I don't know. There. There. There, there, there. I did. I tried to think about how many combinations that could be, and my brain didn't want to compute that. It's like I'm not participating in this. My brain bailed on me. And now we are back to only having one spot left. But I got three new guys. Two new guys. Two new guys. Oh, and I'm gonna have another guy there. So what do I? Okay, so maybe we will go back to the dungeon and see what we uh, what we come up with there. Oh no, there we go. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. A mulberry and a red turkey. A red turkey? A red turkey? Okay. So we got like a duck and a turkey? He absolutely sounds like a turkey. Did you hear him gobbling at us already? Okay, let's go check it out at least, right? We're probably gonna kill some buddies. I'm just warning you that that's probably what's gonna happen. Oh yeah, I collected one of those to be like, hey, can I eat that? And I never even tried because my guys died so quickly. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Uh, what you're hearing is the effect of being a smoker. I have been smoking for way too long. Yeah, System of a Down. Oh my god, that band. That band, it floors me. That I'm like, when I first heard them, I was like, no, these guys are just weird. And now I'm like, I can't even imagine not. listening to them, not appreciating them, not. Oh my goodness. They're an amazing band. They're by far my favorite band. I mean, favorite bands change as you discover new music and more music and whatnot. But I'm like, I can't, I can't even describe how much these guys just reached into me, and maybe it's something to do with my grief. I don't know. All I know is that every time I listen to one of their albums, I appreciate it more. I love it. I find new things that I appreciate about it, that it's just like, oh wow, listen to that. That is amazing. And Serge is an amazing vocalist. Serge, you will never hear this, but I if somehow, some way you ever do, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your gift. You are a talented vocalist, and it makes me a little sad that you're not still singing because you are amazing. The way you control your timbre and your pitch and your vocalizations and your oh my god, it's so good, so good. Thank you for sharing your gift. It saddens me that you're no longer sharing your gift with anybody, but I'm happy that we got the time that we did with it because oh, you are amazing. And yes, I did uh, listen to some of his um, solo stuff. And I find it interesting that he found somebody to harmonize with him that almost sounds like Darren. But him and Darren don't, as far as I understand, they don't get along, and that's why what happened happened. And I find it fascinating that he found somebody that could harmonize with him that almost sounds like Darren. I mean, so much so that somebody who reacted to Empty Walls was like, they thought it was Darren singing with singing with them, singing with Serge. Man, I do have to admit that I have never listened to any of Darren's solo work, and because he's just so weird. I don't. Uh, Darren's amazing in his guitar playing, in his harmonies, in his writing, but I nice. He just he just seems too weird. I don't I don't. I'm sure his music's probably good. I couldn't tell you honestly because I've never listened to any of his. Like I said, I've never listened to any of his solo stuff. Sure, why not? But watching him play with the band and seeing, and maybe I did not. I didn't even see you. That's how much I'm paying attention. Oh, I'm doing good. Oh, here we go. Nice. Come on down, Mr. Mouse. We need to kick your butt. There you go. Now you're dead. And, I mean, a lot of that could have been showmanship, but I know that I am judging him on how he acts and some of the things he does, but he's too much for me. I don't, and I might even like his music. I don't know. I can't seem to find any desire to check it out, honestly, because he weirds me out. He just is so strange. And I guess you could say that about a lot of guys. Yeah, we know. Okay. I need to take him out of the top spot. We are looking for the hardest stuff to find ever. Well, I know you can find some on level 2, see? But you are more likely to find it on level 3. And maybe that says a bias about me that I do sometimes judge people, but it's more about the way they act and then the way they look because I have been judged on how I look my whole fucking life. You know, I am 55 years old and I have never ever, ever, not once in my whole life, ever been asked out on a date. Most of the time, guys either look through me like I don't exist, or they look at me like I'm a walking fun bag. And that is what I've dealt with my whole life. And I think I got lucky with Mike because he, I mean, yes, he looked at me like I was a walking fun bag. That is true. I can't deny that. But then apparently he had some dreams about me, and we started to get to know each other. And I ended up joining him and his mistress on a few bar runs. I did not mean to do that, but there we are. We left for the night. And, the more we talked, we clicked. We were, we were so compatible. It was amazing how much it's almost like, you know, we knew each other before we knew each other. I'm not all of it, but just like one, right? And then that can come back down. There. I haven't sold those before, so, why not? Okay. Okay. None of it's ready? Okay. Oh, it looks like a little squirrel. What is he? A foxel. Okay. Who made that noise? My fox? I don't know. There you guys go. Well, let's take a look here. No, we're looking at wet season. Yeah. Oh, I still have one that I haven't gotten. That's this one. Two I haven't gotten. So two. I'm missing two of them. Oh, wait a minute. I can make some apple jam. There you go. What do I need for the next upgrade for this? 7,125 gold. Well, I have enough money. I barely have enough stone. I should, question mark, be able to do this? And that's it. That's as many as it can hold. Okay. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Sorry, guys. I forgot it rewrites what you've done. Ugh. Well, I have room now for the two I'm missing and to get back the two I sold if I want to. We're only on day 7. What do I have? No, dry, wet, wet. Okay. Well, I mean, we gotta see what happens. That's kind of it. That's why I'm leaving them there. I want to know if they will start growing again after when we go back to the season, or are they lost? Right? Unknown. Where are we? Okay. Oof. We got some stuff. Nice. There we go. Cause I sold two to make room for some new ones. I'm like, that is why they made it the way they made it. Why they said, "Oh, it's done after you do two upgrades on it because that's as many as you can have. If you have one of no, if you have one of each, right?" What do I need for this? Mystic ore. Mystic ore. 50? 50 mystic ore. Oh, oh my goodness. And I need a bunch of mystic ore for my upgrades to my tools. Oh man. That's horrible. Oh, those guys grew up pretty fast. They look like they're full size. The duck and the turkey. That is my guess. Well, I mean, it is called a turkey, so you know it's a turkey. It sounds like a turkey. It's some kind of turkey, and he sounds and looks like a duck. So we're going with duck. But I'm like they look grown up. I could be wrong. I don't know. There we go. Okay. But I just I don't know why I want to talk about this so much. Like I've talked about it a couple of times with people, and I'm like, they just grow so fast. Oh, that slime sounds so squelchy. I know I've said that before, but oh man, what did they use to make the sound for that? Oh, it's so squelchy. Alright, there you guys go. And I also have not checked out my mounts, and it's mostly because I'm kind of scared that if I make another mount I would have to get rid of the one I have. I don't think that's the way it would work, but I don't know. I mean, they have room. For more, uh, it looks like there's room for more than one there, right? So, oh, he's full grown now. We've got a fox in the hen house, guys. Wait. All right. So it does show. So yeah, I've only made two of them. One in dry and one in dark. Cause I mean, I have time. Oh, but I have. Let's. No, I have all of the ones that I could have with this. So, I don't know. Alright, I'm getting tired, everybody. I'm. I'm sorry that something went wrong with the other recording. I spent only a little bit of time at the very end just about to talk about System of a Down and how much their music has reached me and how they are now just my absolute favorite band, period. And Surge is my favorite singer, period. And every time I listen to their music, I just find something new. I appreciate it more. It just keeps growing on me and growing on me. And I don't believe I've ever had that with any other band. So it's just a little, a little something different that it just sticks with me, I suppose. Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. You guys are awesome. Come back and hang out with me again. Uh, have a good one and be excellent to each other.